Hello friends, today we will see the installation of our next fan canopies in false ceiling. Inside the box we will have three parts: the stopper, the top canopy and the bottom canopy. The top canopy comes with a decoring. We will see the installation in cases where the downrod protrudes by 8 inches or more in cases of false ceiling. We have used a 300 mm downrod for this false ceiling setup. In this setup we have the top ceiling, the false ceiling and a 300 mm downrod which protrudes by 8 inches from the false ceiling. We will show you the steps on how to perform this installation. For this, you need to have the top canopy. As you can see, the length of the top canopy is more than 8.5 inches. So the formula to determine how much top canopy to cut is the length of the downrod that protrudes minus 1.5 inches. Suppose the downrod is 8 inches, so we will subtract 1.5 inch from that, which is 6.5 inches, and that we will measure from the bottom side and put a mark on the top canopy. As you can see, since we have a downrod of 8 inches, we have taken a measurement of 6.5 inches and we will put a mark at the top canopy. Now use the bottom canopy to make a straight line all around the top canopy. For this, you need to insert the bottom canopy inside the top canopy all the way up to the mark. Now you can see that the edge of the bottom canopy is right below the mark. Now use the bottom canopy to make a straight line. You need to ensure that it is assembled completely straight. If it is not straight, any cut that is made will be at a slanted angle. Now, on top of the bottom canopy, gently mark this line. We are making this line to show the area in which we will be cutting the top canopy. The lower portion would be used and the upper portion would be discarded. As you can see, we have made a straight line all throughout the top canopy, which is at a distance of 6.5 inches from the bottom edge. For lengths which are more than 8 inches, subtract 1.5 inches and you need to make a similar marking. For that we use a hacksaw. This hacksaw blade, the top handle comes at around 25 rupees, the blade is around 5 rupees, totally it costs about 30 rupees. For demonstration purposes, we will be using another canopy for which we have already pre-marked a similar line. You need to gently put a cut all around the canopy, right on top of the marking. Keep on rolling and slowly and steadily keep on cutting. The depth of the groove will increase and at one point the canopy will come apart. Make sure you do not cut it at a single go. This will allow for a angled cut, which won't be proper. Make sure that you are using only a small blade hacksaw. Any larger blade will lead to more burrs. Now since the groove is deep on all across, we can go ahead and increase it even further. A smaller blade would lead for a better cut. Now the top portion has completely come off. This is our usable portion, and you can see that the top edge has a straight cut. The burrs can be either removed by finger, or if you have a sandpaper, or you can also use the hacksaw blade. Gently scrub off the outer edges as well as the inner edges. This way it would look really good, and while assembling at the customer's end, it won't look bad where this edge is near to the false ceiling. For installation purposes, we would need this cut portion, the bottom canopy and the stopper. First, we will install only the top canopy and the stopper to check whether our cut is correct or not. To check that, we need to insert the top canopy, ensuring that the screwed portion is on top. Put the stopper and see that the hole in the downrod is below the stopper. This is a check for us to ensure that we have cut at the right length. Now we need to put in the bottom canopy along with the stopper. But before that, we need to ensure that we have tightly secured this top canopy. For this, we will use a screwdriver. Keep on tightening until you cannot tighten it any further. Pull and see that the top canopy is tightly secured to the downrod. Now insert the bottom canopy. Make sure that you press it all the way up to the top. Now that we have pressed it all the way up to top, insert the stopper from below. Now all the three parts are properly assembled. The hole is visible and accessible. This is the BLDC fan. As you can see, the PCB cover is empty on one end and it is filled on the other side. While inserting the bolt, although it is easier to insert it from the empty side, we need to ensure that we insert it from the opposite side. This way, tightening it would be easier. Now we need to align the hole of the spindle along with the hole of the downrod and gently try to insert the bolt. This is a bit tricky but not too difficult. With a few try, you can do it quite easily. As you can see, we have successfully inserted the bolt inside the aligned holes of spindle and downrod. Now you can assemble the other accessories given along with the bolt, which is the washer, spring washer and the nut. Using only fingers, you can gently put in on the bolt. Inserting the nut is also a bit tricky, but using your fingers and a few tries, you should be able to put it. Now tighten the nut as much as possible using your fingers, and then after this we will use a spanner. For further tightening this nut, use a 11 number spanner. With few rotations, you can fastly secure the nut. Now we need to insert the locking pin. Gently align the locking pin with the hole of the bolt and insert it. Use a spanner to spread it, and we can see the complete installation assembly is finished. The bolt is secured, the locking pin is inserted, the nuts and washers are there in place. All we have to do is pull down the bottom canopy. Pull it completely down, and you can see you can pull it no further because of the stopper. This concludes our installation, and you can see an even gap has formed all around the canopy. Installation is complete. Thank you.